should we talk about the new games for Switch 2?
Oh, I suppose we might as well.
We're going to start by covering Nintendo's first-party flagship games for their new console. And what better place to start than with the first game I think most people will be playing in their brand new Switch 2 consoles, and that is Mario Kart World.
Oh. Drive-by sound effect, stick that in there.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't want to get sued by Bill Gates. I, like many others, got the Mario Kart World console bundle with download code included in the console box, which equated to getting the game half price, essentially, with the caveat that you can't sell it.
Ever.
But it was indeed the first game I booted up on my new machine. I played it in handheld, as I am wont to do. The game looks beautiful. The art style is, obviously, it's Mario. It's, to the untrained eye, very, very similar, almost identical to Mario Kart 8, but with, I think, the added personality of something like Mario Wonder, making the animations more characterful, expressive, and humorous. There's lots of movement and lots of nuance and lots of animation happening everywhere. Having 24 races now, that was another big thing. It's very impressive. There's never any slowdown or frame rate drops, even at its most hectic. And it is hectic. It's very hectic with 24 races, which I don't like it. It's too much. We've just recently had the Kirby Air Riders direct, and I didn't actually watch it, but I saw somebody mention that like Sakurai basically had a bit of a swing at Mario Kart by saying like it was. I think there's like 12 players. It's like 12 player simultaneously, and he said any more than that is too much or something like that. But with the added length of the tracks and races as well, like with 24 races, you feel the rubber banding even more so, as it's desperately trying to sort of keep everyone sort of together. It's not fun. I think is the word. It's not entirely fun. It's fine, but it's but it grates. Let's talk about the practicalities of this game then. Obviously, the big twist on the established Mario Kart formula is that you are now racing in a big open world, Forza Horizon style. There are the normal Mario Kart tracks present, scattered around this world, but they're all now linked up with various roads, tracks, motorways, bridges, and many, many landscape features. And when you're racing in a Grand Prix, you also race the routes between the tracks to emphasise how linked up it all is. Then there's the new Knockout Tour mode, which is more of a linear race, seeing you cover a span of the open world, racing through sections of different tracks. And you need to make sure you always stay above the cutoff point as you reach checkpoints, or you'll be knocked out. Then you've got the new open world free roam mode, where you can just explore this open world, find secrets, play challenges, collect collectibles, enjoy driving and discovering everything in this world. I'm going to talk about Grand Prix mode first, and I'll start by saying that the new tracks are universally phenomenal.
Yeah.
They are brilliant, innovative, beautiful, frequently jaw-droppingly spectacular. Like playing through all the tracks for the first time on the first night I had my Switch 2, there were moments that had me gasping and actually welling up with how like amazing they were. Unfortunately, the way the Grand Prix work in the game, though, it means that you don't really get to fully experience them, because like the general way that the Grand Prix will work is there'll be 4 tracks as is standard. But what that really means is maybe 3 laps of the first track where you start, and then you'll have a long race to the next track along largely uninteresting B roads, one lap of the next track, and then back on the road again. One lap of the next track, a bit of a road trip, and 1 lap of the final track. And it's a really strange choice when they also have the knockout tours that feel more naturally formatted to that structure.
Yeah.
And like, I know we've said a few times before when we were guessing and speculating what could and should be, next for the Mario Kart series, and that it needed a big shift in direction to really sell me on it. That is true. But also, I still want a classic Grand Prix option of 3 laps of these tracks and no linking stuff, because, as I said, these tracks are amazing. Like proper, like best ever tracks of the series, and they deserve to be celebrated and experienced. Like, the Knockout Tour is quite fun. It definitely livens up the en route routes and offers a different way to play. And I'd be more enthusiastic about it if it weren't for the fact that basically the Grand Prix just forces that on you. It just feels very similar. Especially because, like, the way the gated mechanic works in Knockout Tour, with you needing to stay above the cutoff point as you pass certain checkpoints, that's basically how you play Grand Prix anyway.
Yeah.
It's just racing, isn't it? Like, you just try and stay in
win.
front of the other racers. That's it. You just try and stay in front of as many other people for as long as you can. So it amounts to exactly the same. Like, you don't even get... This is I think a big oversight. You don't even get the option to maybe like make your own Knockout Tour routes. That feels like a no-brainer. To be like, this is going to be ridiculous, but I'm going to make you race from one end of the map to the other. Doing these 4 tracks or whatever, and it's just like, there could be so much fun in that. And imagine having to race from like the top to the bottom of the world. And you can go anywhere you want.
That'd be
It's
good.
just who gets there first. That'd be great. You just go off in totally different routes. Maybe you have to race through 2 other tracks to get there, but you can go anywhere you want. And it's like, do you take a risk and like go across the sea, or do you try and go through the desert and go through that track, or do you think that one's actually shorter than this one, or but anyway, it's not there. The showpiece feature of Mario Kart World is actually hidden away in the bottom corner of the title screen, essentially in brackets. The open world free roam mode, which I didn't even realise was there for quite a few hours. I was waiting to unlock it, and it didn't happen. And then I Googled it. Isn't that mental?
It's poor design, poor UI design.
It's strange because they present it like it's actually a bit of an afterthought, which is unfortunately also how it feels. And it's another it's another dichotomy that a world that is so full of stuff to do and things to find and bits and bobs to explore all feels sort of lifelessly empty as well. And I can't really put my finger on why, because the stuff is all good. It's all fun to do, but I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Like, the game doesn't make me want to check all these things off a big list, like the way Forza Horizon does. It's a real missed opportunity because the world is beautiful, it's brilliantly designed, and it should make me really excited to explore it, but it just doesn't. Like, the way that like we still get videos of people finding new little things and details and mechanical quirks in Breath of the Wild, almost 10 years on. That should be Mario Kart World. Yeah. But I don't feel like anyone is talking about the game, or going, oh, I found this cool thing. Not even that, Speaking of anyone, I haven't actually played online because I've never done that with Mario Kart because I like being good at the game and I don't want to realise that I'm not. Offline solo play against 23 other racers is too chaotic as it is. So doing that with real people sounds like a recipe for rage.
It's monstrous.
I imagine. I'm really torn with this game. I love the new tracks. Boo Cinema is absolutely wonderful. DK Spaceport is stunning. Rainbow Road just blew me away. It's unreasonable. I also absolutely adore like the returning updated versions of old tracks. Seeing Dino Jungle turned into like a Jurassic Park setup is genius.
Very cool.
Choco Mountain from Mario Kart 64 is almost palatable now. It's weird that they've got Moo Moo Meadows here again in an almost identical form to its already polished, updated Mario Kart 8 version.
They just really love Moo Moo Meadows.
It's cows. We love the cows.
Love the cows.
Reframing Wario's Galleon from Mario Kart 7 is incredible, with you having like the right to ride like the choppy waves to the shipwreck. Just amazing. But all of the new things that the game is attempting to do, I'm just really not sold on. Like, I wonder how I would have felt if the game was just Mario Kart 9 and it was just 6 Grand Prix with new tracks. Maybe I would have felt disappointed, but I'm hoping that some updates come to make the game more appealing, and also just some tidying up, and because it doesn't quite feel finished.
Yeah.
in a weird way for something as polished and as clean as it is. Even things like the character select, like you unlock costumes for the different characters, and yet every character in every iteration of the costume is a different option to select on the character selection menu.
It's so bad.
Such an oversight. How did you
Oh.
get on with it?
I mean, it's a good game, obviously. You know, it's a Mario Kart game. It's perfectly solid. It's a good game, but it's a very safe game. And it's also, like you've just described, it's stuffed full of really, really odd decisions. Like before, I sort of moan about some of the similar things. Some of the stuff I really like. The tracks are great, like I said. The music is some of the best the series has ever had. The remixes of like recognizable themes and songs from previous games are so good. There is a particular remix of the classic like Mario Underground theme. So kind of like level 1, 2. Yeah, that one. That's been repurposed as this insane like jazz fusion masterpiece that has these like absurd drum breaks. The guy is playing like out of his skin in the studio, and knowing that that's the same band that did the stuff for Mario Kart 8 and they used to do those videos of them performing, it must have been a fucking blast recording that stuff. So yeah, I want to see more of that behind the scenes stuff. So music's great. The other stuff I really like, the new mechanics in terms of like charging a jump, rail grinding, wall riding, things like that. I'm shit at all of it.
Yeah.
But I love now watching speedrun videos of people just destroying tracks with the combinations of this stuff. So I can't wait to see this game at GDQ in about 2 years when the whole meta has been kind of like sorted. So that's exciting. But the game itself, for me to play, the open world stuff should be so good. And yet having no way to track what is there, not necessarily like here's an icon you drive to, but nothing to say, oh, you found a mission, there's 5 more in this area. And then just giving me the idea that I can just have a cruise around and find them. That nothing is tracked other than a total number to say, yeah, you've done 5 of what? 10, 100, 1,000, a billion? Like there's nothing there, and nothing ever tells you you've done it. That's really annoying. It makes the open world feel kind of pointless, like you said, a bit empty, because it's not
reward either.
No, nothing, which is really odd. No new costumes, no new characters, no new tracks.
You get a sticker.
Well, that's something.
Stick it up your ass.
Like you mentioned, not being able to play the GP, I've just read the 3-lap races. So strange. Just have it as an extra mode. Keep the ones you've already got if they're determined to sell kind of the stuff they've done with the open world. But then say, and there's also classic GP, 3 laps, 4 tracks. Here you go. We'd all love it. No one would complain about that. It would be universally positive reception.
Yep. And you can make custom ones then.
Yeah.
Wouldn't matter if they were next to each other on the map.
No, it'd be great. And the big one, like you said, having each costume unlocked appear as its own selectable character is honestly, it's like baby's first UI. That really is like the work experience kids did that. Like even in Mario Kart 8, if you picked, for instance, like a Yoshi, you could choose the colour. It was right there all along. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. The online stuff I've played a bit of, not loads and loads, but I have played a bit of. The Battle Royale kind of style gauntlets across the map, those knockout cups, they are fun. They are incredibly chaotic. But the way it's been built with kind of the rubber banding, like you say, it basically means that you just want to be in the middle of the pack for as long as possible, because then you're not going to get knocked out, but you're also not going to win, and that doesn't matter till the end. And then when you get to the last quarter of the race, then you're just going for broke. People are just hoarding mushrooms to then try and just blast ahead at the end. And it's just, it's not that satisfying because of that, because it takes away the strategy of actually battling through and trying not to be last, because it's like, well, most people are going to be in the middle. It just, you get thrown in the middle, even if you don't press the accelerator, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's odd. It's odd. It's really, really odd. The tweaks we've both mentioned wanting to see are so easy to implement. And yet I am pretty confident that they will never appear because of Nintendo's stubbornness on this one. Like, show me how many missions and collectibles are available in each region of the map, and I will happily play this game to 100%.
Yeah.
You know, add in an additional set of those traditional GP Cups. I'll aim to 3-star the lot. I'll have a very nice time doing it. But all the while that's not there, like you say, I don't feel as compelled to go back unless I want something completely mindless to do for 15 minutes whilst I'm just waiting for something, or if I'm listening to something in the background and I just want to pootle about and maybe find a mission to do. Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird. Like, I'm not sad that World strayed from 8DX, because that package had reached a point of almost impossible perfection. There was nowhere left to go with that format. And I like the idea of the open interconnected world, but I'm just sad that in making the changes that they have, Nintendo have really dropped the ball on simple design decisions that would make this slightly reworked Mario Kart the best version of different that it could have been. And at the moment, we've just got a slightly different Mario Kart that also doesn't feel as solid or as rewarding or as fun as it should be as a marquee, like day one release. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe the patch is coming. It isn't. But maybe.
I mean, we said that like Mario Kart 8 would never get anything else.
No.
Like it had DLC, and then we're like, that's obviously it. And then it got double the amount of tracks.
Yeah, another, 32 they added, or
yeah,
some stupid number?
Like 6 years after it had come out.
So maybe.
Like, maybe. You never know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I look forward to that on the Switch 3.
Big patch. 8K.
Speaking of big patches, an 8K.
Oh!
No, that's dreadful.
I keep it.
No, no, as immediately vetted.